Thank you very much for coming out to our ice cream social in the park, sponsored by PocketiNet and Gigabit Fiber. We are glad that you're here, and we are excited about the possibility of Gigabit Fiber to the home here in Walla Walla. It is unprecedented. Todd Brandenburg, our president, sent me a link to a news article this morning talking about fiber in the Denver area. Now, Denver, one of the larger markets in the U.S., has only had fiber to the home and in certain sections of town for about a year. So the fact that Walla Walla is close on its heels is pretty big news. So thanks for coming out. We're excited about the winning zones, and hopefully you guys will be too. My name is Donnie Viverka. I am the social media and public relations representative for PocketiNet. And following me will be Jerry Cummins, the Walla Walla mayor, followed by some comments by David Wolson, who is the president of the chamber, and then closing up remarks will be Todd Brandenburg, president of PocketiNet. So thank you again for coming out. Jerry, I'll turn the mic over to you.
Woo. Thank you very much. They told us not to take very long here, and so I'm not going to do that. One of the things that I really want everybody in Walla Walla to know is that to be competitive in the marketplace or the workplace, and I think David may allude to this a little later, we need to have fiber. And when we finished up resurfacing and revitalizing Alder Street downtown in downtown Walla Walla just a few weeks ago, we did put conduit in the underground so that fiber can be pulled down there so that our businesses downtown can be competitive. And what PocketiNet is doing by putting fiber into the neighborhoods is exactly what we wanted to do downtown, and that is to make it competitive so people have the ability to have that access from their homes for a variety of reasons. It could be for social reasons. It also could be for related to work reasons. I'm here to tell you today that fiber is as important to a community like Walla Walla as any other basic infrastructure that we have under the ground, which includes water, sewer, and those types of facilities. Fiber is what we will need to be competitive in the world with other communities who are reaching out for businesses. So with that, I'm going to turn the microphone over to my friend David Wilson from the chamber, and I'm going to get in line for what I was promised.
Yeah, that's right.
It's coming.
That's right.
All right. Thanks, Mayor. Thanks, everybody, for coming. I am David Wilson. I'm president and CEO of the Walla Walla Valley Chamber, and this is a great day for Walla Walla. I really appreciate, and I want to applaud the mayor and the city of Walla Walla because they've been very progressive and working with us. They've been a key partner as we push this initiative to make sure that Walla Walla is positioned really for its future. And the fact is that with high-speed fiber and the project that you're going to learn more about that PocketiNet is doing really puts us in a pretty unique class. And so, one, I just want to applaud the efforts and leadership of the mayor and the city in this effort. I also want to really just applaud PocketiNet. This is a big deal. For not just PocketiNet, but for the city as well. And so I appreciate Todd's leadership in making this happen, and really appreciate all of you coming out. I realize that I'm the guy that is standing between you and ice cream, so I'm going to stop there and turn it over to Todd Brandenburg. Pie? Yeah, no, you're too kind. You're too kind. Over to Todd Brandenburg, president of PocketiNet. Please welcome Todd.
Thank you, David.
So, Todd, before we get started, I want to ask you just a couple of questions, if that's okay. May I?
Can I phone a friend?
Yes, you may. I think most of your friends are here, though. Yeah. So, Todd, when did PocketiNet start thinking about bringing fiber to the Walla Walla Valley?
It was a dark and stormy night. No, seriously, this has been in the works, and it has been a dream for, when we first started to lay fiber in Walla Walla almost about 6 years ago, we knew that eventually we'd be asked to bring it out into the residences of this fair city. And what we couldn't get our heads around was the cost, the enormous cost of bringing this into the region and into your front door was something that it took time to get those costs down, and we're finally to that point.
And the next question that I hear pretty often is, who owns the internet service that we're bringing? Are we buying this from someone else, or is this our service that we are providing to the valley?
Yeah, very good question. So this is a total grassroots effort, because we not only create the internet. Now that sounds a little kludgy, but we do, because we bring it from far reaches of the country and bring it to Seattle, and then bring it across, and then once we get it here into town, we got big pipes coming into town, but we have no way to distribute it to your home. And traditionally that has been based on copper technologies. And I forgot my piece. I was going to bring a little show and tell, but I forgot it. So but what that does then is that we have to build new infrastructure down every street eventually and into every home, and that total overbuild has to happen in order to bring the next level of service to your home.
So last question, and then I'll let you have our closing remarks. Last question. How quickly are you hoping to start construction in the winning neighborhood?
Okay, well that's very good. Depending on where we go and how fast each community qualifies for construction, we are staged. You see some of the trucks here tonight. We're staged to go out into the community. We file permits with the city and the county, and that could happen pretty quickly. Usually that could happen, we're hoping that we can break ground within 6 weeks, because we got perfect weather to be able to construct, and we want to take advantage of that between now and winter.
Thanks, Todd. I'll turn the floor over to you. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Donnie. Maybe I'll just talk out of this one, because I think this is a little louder. Let's just talk about the campaign that we started. Back in July 17th, we had a press conference, and in that press conference, we decided to announce that we were bringing advanced fiber optic communications to Walla Walla. But we just didn't want to build it and then hope for the best as far as where to go, because the first question that we get asked is, well, where do you know where to go? And it's a very, very good question, because everybody wants it, and you guys being here are representative of the interest in what this means. And there is a lot of education to understand what this means to everyone, because when you say fiber optics, that's just a piece of glass, but it's much more than that. It's a lifestyle. It's bringing economic development to this community, because soon, very soon, it won't matter where you work. And why not live in a great place like Walla Walla, where we've got great quality of life, we've got great parks. I mean, just look out at this scenery tonight. Kids playing, this is almost ideal. Where you can grow up and grow your kids in a great community and have great schools, great quality of life, great arts. And why not have that in our fair city, and then have the communication infrastructure so that you can work for anybody, because it's just like being there. And that's what we're laying, is that foundation piece. So we started this campaign because we wanted to know where to go, and we had broad interest throughout the whole city. In fact, what you didn't see in this campaign on the website was a whole lot of interest. In fact, we had over 640 backers during this campaign. And when you look at the map, what we were hoping to find was, very obvious pockets, no pun intended, of interest. But it was a lot of it was very widespread. And so with that widespread interest, we had a very hard decision to make on which zone was going to win. So when we looked at the map, and you guys are following it, there is the south and the east that have been in the lead zone, and we had to make a very hard decision on where we're going to go and which Fiberhoods to launch into. So there's one other thing before I get into that, is I'm going to reveal a map behind us here, and in there you can come up and see the areas that I describe on which areas that are qualified. But this is just, I want to reiterate that this is just the start. This is the first areas that we're going to go to, but what we want to know is where to go next. So we want to understand that process, and you, by voting on the website and telling your neighbors and registering on the CrowdFiber site, helps determine where we go next as a company. Very important, because we want to build this in an area that we have great support. That's what we need as a company. And I know that as we start building, word is going to get out, and people are going to talk about this, and what I think it's going to bring to Walla Walla and what you have today, you really only have one choice. And so we're bringing in choice, and choice is always good. Competition is always good. And that's why we're here to announce, and very excited to announce our 4 zones. So what are they? Or would you just like to have ice cream and then we can talk about it later? No? Oh, ice cream. Okay, well, okay, well, you know, especially with its Clickers berries, you know, how can you can't compete with that. I know that's why you're all here anyway. So, oh, there's one other thing. We are looking in these areas throughout town for people that are very passionate about bringing this type of service to their area. And by the way, I should just take a little bit of time to talk about those services and what they are. This is Gigabit internet, which is, depending on what you have today, either 100 times faster or 50 times faster than what you are experiencing today, which is quite amazing just to think about. But that's not all. The next of HD video with 4K streaming requires lots of bandwidth, and you have to have fiber optics in order to make that work. So we are future-proofing your community. The third service is digital home phone service, which is extremely high quality. You can actually take it with you and have answer your phone away from home. The fourth service is home security and home automation. So you can have great assurance when you leave your home that you're well protected. And that's great peace of mind. So those 4 services make up the services that are available with fiber optics to your home. Plus, I have to add one last thing. There was a recent study that showed that when you receive fiber optics, it actually increases your property assessment, your property value, excuse me, not your assessment. It might have that effect too, but your property value by 3% or more. So if you're in a resale market, that's a big thing. Okay, so with that out of the way, I want to go and talk about the Fiberhood areas. And these are live on the website right now. So you can go to the site and you can see the winning Fiberhood zones. Okay, you ready? All right. All right, here we are. Ta-da! Okay, now I know you can't see that because it's far away, but the winning zones are Cottonwood, as we call it, and Cottonwood is down here, off of Cottonwood Road, Prospect, basically I'm going to describe it. Prospect Point, that moving south, and Triple Creek, Table Rock area. And that area is quite large, and so that's the first zone. So that's one. You're waiting for number two. Number two is to Morrison, going from College Place, the edge of College Place, all the way east and north on Plaza, up by the golf course, that whole section of town. That's zone number two. We got two more. Zone number three is the Palouse area. Okay? The Palouse area is a circle, and you guys can come up and take a look at this too. But it extends, well, let's see. You'll have to just come up and take a look because it's hard to describe. Okay? Basically, we're just west, oh, let's see here. We're a little bit south of Isaacs, and when we go down, yep, you have to come up and take a look. Okay. That's the third area, and then the Boyer Street is the fourth area. So from Whitman College, we had great support from that arena in that area. So basically from Boyer on the edge of Whitman College east, just about up to Roosevelt. Okay? So those are our four areas. And let me just, that we're starting with, but that's not all. That's just where we start. And what we have to do is we're going to come out to your area, and we're going to be coming door to door, and we're going to be talking with you about a conversation about your services and having a great discussion with you, and we're going to consult with you about what your options are. And when we get the amount of support, then we convert those areas to construction, and the first one to qualify to goal gets construction, and then we go to the next one and the next one, and we keep going. And by the way, this is a multi-year project moving forward with a lot of capital money being invested in bringing this service to your door. So I believe that is what I have to say. Any other comments, questions from the crowd before I wrap this up and we have ice cream?
Bravo.
Okay.
We have chocolate and vanilla. We have Clicker strawberries. There's chocolate sauce and whipped cream. It's not homemade. I'm sorry. My mom's disappointed in me because it'd been whipped cream if you were at her house, homemade. But there's also some dairy-free ice cream for those of you that have the dietary need for no dairy. Anyway, queue up, line up, enjoy. Thanks for coming out.
So thank you all, and let's make Walla Walla the next 21st century community. Thank you.
All right, great.
Your ice cream, okay? That is special. Did you tell them thank you? Okay.